count it up, 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 count it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. I know that it's difficult. I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual. I put a residual and f***ing your like it's part of my ritual, part of the visual. But money you give me up, it's typical. I wanted it physical. $1 million I count up in intervals. Without it I'm miserable. Don't wanna fall off, so I'm all in my bag. Thinking God like it's biblical. I know it's gonna solve every problem I have. I bought on the principle. Remember the teachers was all of my. Now look all of the pitiful. And all of a sudden I'm so good at math. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die. Uno, dos, tres. Big bills, big pills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give a if it kills. It mixed well. I'm only counting big bills, big pills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. Running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give a if it kills. It mixed well. I'm only counting. Proceed with caution. I heard if you taste it, it only results in a hole in your heart. I take the whole cake and I won't leave a portion. It's only an organ. Thank God mama couldn't afford it. The loneliest orphan. I flip my misfortune and grow me a fortune. My rollie is scorching. They hated it slowly endorsing. Not coldly important. My beside me like Tommy and Martin. We ballin' your courtin'. With your like we Tony or Hartin. She don't need a. She from all of the money we countin'. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die.
If your metro don't trust you, bro.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to?
Straight.
Do you know?
Me and my best friend, 7-Eleven. We can go legend, 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 yeah. Me and my best friend, 7-Eleven, yeah. We can go legend, we can go legend, yeah. We can go legend, we can go legend, we can go legend, we can go legend, yeah. With my best friend, 7-Eleven. We can go legend, we can go legend,
usa's.
Me and my best friend, boy. 7-Eleven, boy. We can go legend. 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 Yeah, me and my best friend. 7-Eleven, yeah. We can go legend. 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 Yeah. With my best friend. 7-Eleven. We can go legend. We can go legend. Legend. Microphone legend. We can go legend. Yeah.
We got London on the track.
Hey, 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 hey. I need $2. With the $2. With that cool cup, with that $2. With your juice box, with that cool cup. I need $2. I'm in New York.
Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk, loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up, cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk, tools talk, tools talk. And give back yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cherish them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London. These talk but see me out and ain't on nothing. I'm in the stew, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk, loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up, cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. 200 to Izzy, get my ice here. Plastic, y'all as real as Buzz Lightyear. Say, got that done with the prices. I don't with this for this. We got. Down to that. They don't check none of the artists, so I'm. Problem when you see me get it. 8212 was bracket. I might be in that Escalade, but I ain't lacking. Put that on you, act like I don't know what happened. I heard the story, be like, that was trash. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk, loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up, cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.
I'm still under 21, so I can't. But
I miss you, but I got no time for that. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you wish you never play me? Had no time for that. Play me, got no time for that. How could you move it like you call you back? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. You done it what? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. Yeah. Hey, yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. You was my little, I was fine with that. How you just gon' play me? I ain't fine with that. Thinking about you daily, crazy while I'm flexing. Oh, we was flexing. Always I told you that you be a star. Goals in our checklist. Question or check your message. Knew that I come from the start. Or she was texting. She called, yeah. Leaving them gone, yeah. She on, yeah. Dreaming we on, yeah. Ay, drop is a coupe, dropping the top of my car. Ay, I cannot click, man, she playing her part, yeah. Ay, life is new, I like dark. Ay, asking myself how I she leave her like in the dark, like leave me alone. Run it out the box. Ay, leave me alone. You done it what? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Ay, leave me alone. Yeah. You can't play me, I'm just till I'm lazy like a throwback. You ain't know that. My like I'm Lil Kodak. No, what it ain't good at. I can't sweat you. I'm like who that? I can't sweat you. I don't do that. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I ain't want you to depart. Hey, I'm with you, but I kept with you 'cause you different. You can't play your part. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I'm with you from the start. Hey, I can't not playing a part. Like, leave me alone. Run it out the box. Hey, leave me alone. You done it what? Yeah, leave me alone. Run it out the box. Hey, leave me alone. Yeah.
Right now, Sam.
24 hours, cut the check. Bye. Foreign trips, bye. OG. Lie detector, don't lie. Cut the check. Bye. Foreign trips, bye. OG. Lie detector, don't lie. No. I ain't got no tickets to the show. You should call the fire marshal 'cause I want all the hello? Dial 911. No time for the fakers. Courtside at the Lakers. She said 20, this a hit. Girl, you know that's every time I link with him. Make a ice on my arm. Feel like a storm. We make 30,000 in these sweats. 20 up next, that's a bet. Cut the check. Bye. Foreign trips. Bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie. Cut the check. Bye. Foreign trips. Bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie.
Chill. Told her bye. Chill. Don't make I. Got a lot of racks on me. Got a lot of chill on me. Williams injury. Ooh, I'm a wrist like jet ski. And I can't buy no flight. No, look at my bust down shine. Small, just made my flight. Pick 100 bands up for the next show. I don't want to tell you that almost. Million dollars cash just laying in the floor. All this I saw me dripping. Ooh, kicking, see tripping. I'm too rich to listen. Ooh, I'm picking rain still glisten. So don't lie. Ooh, no you can't stand it. I ask you why. Cut the check or buy.
Cut the check. Buy. Foreign trips. Buy. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie. Cut the check. Buy. Foreign trips. Buy. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie. No. I ain't getting caught up with you. You should probably call your jeweler, cause none of your diamonds cold. And they supposed to be froze. Ooh. Gucci on me head to toe. If you lie to me, I gotta let you go. Club, all the broke bag. 24, time to show 'em what that. Cut the check. Buy. Foreign trips. Buy. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie. Cut the check. Buy. Foreign trips. Buy. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie.
Good evening from South Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay... '76ers control the tap. To Butler. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Minnesota at the controls. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His team up by 1. Here comes the screen. Simmons. To Embiid. Count the basket inside.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Rose into the front court. Down 3. To Towns. And a nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Tobias Harris. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Butler guarded by Towns. To Tobias Harris. Butler lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
See the 3, be the 3. Some young players look like deer in headlights out there on the court, but you got something different. You got that moxie.
To Rose. Taj Gibson. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Changes coming from both sides right now. McConnell to Butler. Joel Embiid. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Derrick Rose at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. McConnell to Redick. Has a look. And scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rose into the front court. It's 12-10. To Towns. Doesn't get the bounce. Oh, nice find for the basket.
2 points. The assist from number 17, J.J. Redick.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The 76ers have the lead. The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
Into the front court comes Smith. It's 14-12. Knocked loose. Oh, emphatic slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Sixers control it. To Butler. Spinning shot, won't fall. Rose. Down to 5 on the 24. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Tobias Harris. Redick. To Butler. It's Embiid for two. Joel Embiid. 3 for 3 in this first half.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
T to Towns. Embiid to Redick. Count it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Towns. Nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Simmons to Butler. Embiid to Simmons. Redick to Embiid. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. To Teague. To Towns, down low. Karl Anthony Towns. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Old school equals high percentage.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up. I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
A shot at the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Minnesota with the basketball. Teague to Taj Gibson. Free throws up and perfect. Teague. Cashes in for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Simmons into the front court. The deficit is 6. Butler matched up with the former Wildcat. Offensive board. Goes to the right side. Fires the 3. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Gibson to Teague. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Into the front court comes Simmons. His guys down 3. To Embiid. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jet.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
To number 41. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the first
T
foul in the
to
last
Rose.
2 minutes.
T to Wiggins. him in close, no good. Redick to Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Timberwolves have the basketball. Rose down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To McConnell. Oh, he missed a short one there. T to Rose. Off the assist.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Smith with it up top. His group now down 2. Embiid. Short jumper off the mark. Rose into the front court. His guys can get a 2 for 1 if they time this out. Towns to Gibson. Taj Gibson, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Redick. Message received. Well defended. They'll let one fly from half court. 3 quarters complete. The Timberwolves have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Simmons with it. His guys trail now by 4. From the outside, no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Rose. Derrick Rose. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Simmons. To Embiid. Fires the 3. Can't connect. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Redick. Off the mark. Well contested. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Now a whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
Rose. To Towns. Joel Embiid pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Rebound cleared by Philly. Redick with it. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Trying to cash in. And the rebound taken by the Wolves. To Rose. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Embiid to Tobias Harris. Screen coming. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. 4-3. Shakes free and hits.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Rose to Covington. Defense making the ball handler work. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Sixers have the basketball. McConnell to Tobias Harris. For 3. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Can't connect. McConnell passed it off. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Great pass to set it up. And the finish, slam dunk.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Unconventional to say the least. It's no good. Here comes the intentional foul. They'll get it with 12 seconds left.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers won this game after a close finish. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Timberwolves lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
was cold.
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. I know that it's difficult. I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual. I put a residual and f***ing your like it's part of my ritual. Part of the visual, but money you give me it's typical. I wanted it physical. $1 million I count up in intervals. Without it I'm miserable. Don't wanna fall off, so I'm all in my bag. Thinking God like it's biblical. I know it's gonna solve every problem I have. I bought on the principle. Remember the teachers is all of my. Now look all of them pitiful. And all of a sudden I'm so good at math. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die. Uno, dos, tres. Big bills, big bills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give up if it kills. It mixed well. I'm only counting big bills, big bills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give up if it kills. It mixed well. I'm only counting. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Proceed with caution. I heard if you taste it, it only results in a hole in your heart. I take the whole cake and I won't leave a portion. It's only an organ. Thank God mama couldn't afford it. The loneliest orphan. I flip my misfortune and grow me a fortune. My rollie is scorching. They hated it slowly endorsing. Not coldly important. My beside me like Tommy and Martin. We ballin' your courtin'. The with your like we turning your heart in. She don't need a. She from all of the money we countin'. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die.
Good evening from South Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, no question. The opening tip won by the Sixers. And we're underway here in Philadelphia. Simmons. Here comes the screen. To Simmons. Harris. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
No good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
4-3.
Young Metro don't trust you, homie.